just wanted to jump on here today. I have something to say. If I have something to say, I gotta share it. And this is not meant to be hateful. It is not meant to be xenophobic. None of that. But I have got to talk about some facts that I believe that we need to understand and realize what is going on. Again, I have love for everybody. I treat everyone the way that I want to be treated. I treat everyone with kindness. That's just who I am. You be kind to those and you do what's right. Even though sometimes it's not reciprocated, you do the best you can to treat people the way that you want to be treated. So with that being said, we all know what's going on in our nation right now. We all know what has occurred since 2021 with the influx of people coming over the border. And let me just say, I get it. I get people wanting to come over here and start a new life and have a new life. But a lot of people came over under false pretenses. During the asylum thing, I totally get it. If you're running for your life and you're fleeing because there's danger or, someone is after you, I get it. Flee. But that's not the case for a lot of people who have come over to the United States. And it is very concerning to me because there are a lot of Americans that are in need of certain things. There are a lot of Americans who are homeless. There are a lot of Americans who cannot pay a light bill. I thank God that He has given me resources, but I stay in an older house, and I thank God that I have a roof over my head, and I don't take that for granted at all. But I just got through this past week paying an $800 electric bill, and guess what? The next electric bill has already came into cycle. But I thank God that I am able to have the resources to pay my expenses. But what if I didn't? What if I didn't have it? And resources are so tight right now when it comes down to those Americans that need help and cannot get help because we are helping everybody else. Housing costs are going up because the supply and demand, there's a greater demand than there is a supply, and that causes prices to go up. And I get, if you are in a dire need, every morning before my daughter and I leave out, we pray for those who we know and those who we don't know who are in dire need of assistance. We pray for grace and mercy and relief for everybody. I don't have to know you to care, but at the same time, I want to be honest and say that things are just out of control. That word invasion is not a word that is taken lightly. We truly have been invaded. I go in my city and I stay in North Carolina. And this is, as far as I knew, we were not a sanctuary city or state. And now when I go out to places, and the weekend is the time that I have to share and spend time with my daughter, it's like there's an influx of people. I don't even recognize my city. I don't recognize my state. I don't recognize my country anymore. And it's sad to say, but I miss prior to 2020. I miss that time because now I don't see white people like that. I don't see black people like that. There's an influx of other people, and I mean, they park any kind of way. I've been hit twice in an accident because, the lack of knowledge in terms of the laws, the driving laws. It's just too much. It's just too much. And the thing that really concerns me that we don't talk about and that we don't think about, because I'm one who I think ahead. I think for the future. I think for tomorrow. I just don't live in the present, but I'm always thinking about the next step. I'm always thinking about tomorrow. And I'm like, with the influx of people, the flea market that I went to today, I mean, you all, I'm not exaggerating. It was so thick. And there was no traditional Americans in there hardly. And I'm just like, where am I? I go out to restaurants and there are hardly any traditional Americans. And I'm like, why? No matter where I go, there is an influx. And I feel like I'm claustrophobic. Like, I feel like it's just caving in. Like, I like a variety. I like diversity, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And the thing that really concerns me is the next 10, 15, 20 years with this new wave of people that are in, we're not going to control Congress. We're not going to control the governmental powers because black white will be outnumbered. And I trust in the Most High. I do. I trust, but I'm trying to think logically here. And I take a look at what's going on even currently with AOC and how she moves and how she's telling people how to move and how to avoid ICE. And when it comes down to it, when they start getting into these positions where they are responsible for making law, and it will come, the way that it looks now, it is coming. When it comes down to them getting into certain offices and making laws, we are in trouble. The white people, they may look out for you, because a lot of them aspire to be close to whiteness. But black people, my people, we're in trouble because I didn't know until a few months ago that there was so much anti-blackness within that particular community. Actually, all around the world. We're hated in India. Everybody hates us. No, but y'all not ready for that answer yet. I've said it in previous videos. I understand why we are hated so. And if you want to know, read Genesis 49 and look under what it says about Judah. Okay, but that's a whole horse of a different color. But once upon a time, not long ago, where people wore pajamas and lived like so. Listen, then we understood the assignment as blacks living in America, as foundational, the foundation of America. We understood. Blacks and whites, we had an understanding. And black people, we've always been vocal about our understanding. We weren't just gonna let anything just happen, and we just be quiet. We ain't that way. But yet, and still, there was a level of respect and understanding between white Americans and black Americans. Now that everybody has come in, black people, we gotta fight over again. Because we're not like, for no reason, we haven't done anything to anybody. And I kind of understand why. But we are not like, we are bad. And now it's just not coming in from one direction. Because we can handle that. We were able to handle that quite well. But now, we have anti-racist people of color, minorities, which we are not. We're the foundation. But anyway, we got minorities, people of color, that has a problem with us, even though it was us who made it possible for them to come over here in the first place. They bypassed that. They're making up their own history about how they contribute to the United States. What was they at? Where? And it just bothers me. But we are in a situation now when the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, these are going to be the people. Because some of y'all open up the door for everybody to come in and get elected and be in office, which shouldn't be. That's what's wrong with the Black Caucus today. There's a lot of people that have the skin color, but they not like us. Oh, come on. Oh, Kendrick. He made that song for a purpose. They look like us. They've established, studied us very well to where they have, those black talking points. But those same people who look like us are working against us. So, I need to tell this to my people. I need to tell this to America. White America, black America. Because that's what it used to be. It was no in-betweens. But if we don't pay attention, when we get to be what our parents are and our grandparents are, the laws and stuff will not be in our interest. Because generally, People take care of themselves first. And I just think that needs to be pondered upon. Like I said, this is not hate speech. I love everybody. I hate that some people are in the situation that they're in. But until every generational American has a place to lay their head, until every generational American has food to eat, until every generational American has health benefits and living a decent life, you ain't gotta be rich and famous, but comfortable. Then how in the world is we helping out everybody else? On the surface, I don't get it. I understand on a deeper level. But I think it needs to be called out, and I think it needs to be proclaimed. Now, I got family members, and I'm not talking about blood family members, but I'm talking about people who I have adopted that have came over to this country, that are contributing, that are very dear to my heart. But they know my position. And even some of them have said, yeah, America has really let too many people in. They've let too many people in. To the point where we don't even know our neighborhoods anymore. We don't even identify our streets anymore. You know, I feel like I'm a stranger in my own home. There's a stranger in my house. Come on, Tamia. To go yeah. Okay. I feel like there's a stranger in my house. I'm not comfortable. But the influence is out of this world. So I'm not gonna hold this video any longer, but let me know what you think, okay? And it's not to be ugly, but you have to lay down the burdens. I have to let it go. I have to say it. I have to birth it. I have to speak it. Please like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. Do you. And I will see you in the next video. May the Most High bless.